All right, we're live.
Hey,
Yo.
happy Switch 2 Eve.
Yeah. Yeah. And SGF week begins officially.
SGF week is, oh man, it's busy. It's busy over here. That's for sure. What about you?
I mean, yeah, but not anything to do with video games. I'm also extremely
Okay.
busy in my thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got another Wednesday stream this week specifically because, Claire was going to be busy tomorrow. I was going to be literally flying down at this exact moment. So now was the only time we had to maybe kind of get a pre-SGF episode in here.
Yeah.
But Paul, remind me, did you pre-order a Switch? Are you getting a Switch tonight?
No, I'm still waiting for Nintendo to send me a thing or whatever.
Oh, that's never gonna happen. You just gotta look at
Oh,
the
then I'm
stores,
never gonna
man.
buy one. I don't give a shit, honestly.
I don't think I've heard one success story with the Nintendo thing. I don't think they've even sent out emails. They have sent out emails to say, "Hey, we're still
I have that one.
here."
Yep.
Yeah,
I have that one.
and the subject line was even something like, "In regards to your Switch 2, keep waiting."
I mean, I could probably
It's
find
like,
mine while
cool.
we talk here. Yeah, it does say something like that, though. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Pretty silly. I mean, Nintendo's in the position where they can do whatever they want, and they'll still come out on top. So
Yep, pretty much.
when you're the king. But what you been up to this last week?
Just work. Just work. That's pretty much been it. We'll talk about I watched The Thing today, so we'll talk about that later. That was pretty
Yep.
exciting. Otherwise,
Yep.
thinking about SGF, and I have a list down of things that I hope I see here written on paper, because that's how we do here.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll save that for news. We'll save that for news because we got some fun stuff to talk about in
Some things
games.
are
So
already
let's
checked
dive
off,
right into it.
so
Yep. Um, and it'll be interesting because I obviously have to talk around stuff that I know that is embargoed. So we'll see
yeah.
how this goes. But anyways, this is the Top Down Perspective, June 4th. I'm Sean Booker.
I'm Paul Fleck.
And it sounds like you didn't play anything.
No, not really. I've been checking out random demos here and there, but nothing really worth talking about.
Okay. Would you like to talk about this?
Sure. Man, that thing is shiny. I saw the reflection of me in it in the
Yeah,
webcam.
yeah, you're right there. There you are. For the audio listeners, I'm holding up a crisp Switch 2.
Yeah. Just opened, right?
Hardly got any of the grime. Let's see if I can get the clicking noise. Hang on, let me put it in. There you go. Those magnets.
It might be noise gated.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
it's coming through on my audio
Okay,
file, so the
so
audio people will hear it, but maybe not the video,
yeah.
because of
Yeah.
Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, I got my Switch from Nintendo. It came with a few things. First off, so this was an interesting thing, and I guess now it's out. We can talk about this. They didn't send out review units until today,
Right.
which was kind of wild. Typically, we get the consoles 2-3 weeks in advance to prep coverage, but we found out about this while I was on my trip. I phoned into a work call from my hostel in Warsaw at 10 p.m. my time.
Great.
Because the person who was the main person talking to Nintendo from the website was updating us, hey, we're not going to be getting review units. In fact, nobody is. Nintendo isn't sending out review units. So until a couple days ago, we thought we were even going to get this on tomorrow, Thursday, the launch day.
Yeah.
And then when they finally had shipping stuff, it sounded like, oh, we're getting it a day early. So technically, it is early. Obviously, it's still not out yet. I think it technically the midnight launches are in 2 hours. And if you're
Gotcha.
on the West Coast, you can go to the Best Buys or the GameStops or whatever at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
and do that. But yeah, I got this morning. It's a beefy boy.
It's pretty big,
heavy.
yeah.
It is. It's pretty big, and it's heavier than you think. The dock is heavier than you think. But okay, stuff they said. First off, this is not a Mario Kart bundle. It was a plain bundle, and they threw in a copy of Mario Kart.
Oh, so you have a physical Mario Kart.
I have a physical Mario
Good.
Kart, yeah.
My one question for you right now, how does it taste?
I'm not putting it in my mouth. No, come on.
Okay.
We're above that. If you want to go to that, let me direct you to every single TikTok tomorrow.
Yeah, but this is now.
And
We
each
could get the
subsequent one that
scoop.
you watch, each subsequent one that you watch will be funnier than the last. I promise.
How much do we need to donate to get that in your mouth?
Oh my
That's
God,
a weird
that's
sentence I never thought I'd say.
Yeah, that's for the OnlyFans. Hey, you know what? Speaking of OnlyFans, this was wild. This is a total tangential thing. I was in Prague. This was my last night on my trip. I was coming back. I was getting my flight in Prague. There was literally Subway advertisements for someone's OnlyFans.
Really?
Like professional, not just like someone like put up a flyer. Professional, like in the like framed thing. Someone like paid a marketing company to advertise in the Prague Subway about their
Interesting.
OnlyFans.
I wonder if there's a way to track like how many people actually join based on that. Like, is that even worth the time or money or whatever?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I just thought that
Weird.
was wild. Anyway, back to the
Weird.
Switch. So they sent the Switch 2, they sent Mario Kart, they sent the Pro controller, which I love this controller. It feels so comfortable and it has back buttons.
Mm.
That's pretty nice. Got the Switch 2 Pro controller.
Mm-hmm.
They sent the first party camera.
Okay. Yep.
So I got this little guy.
Yep.
Which I still need to figure out kind of like where I'm gonna set it up, because if I put it like where the TV is, it'll block some of the TV, and there's no way I'm doing that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The other weird thing about this is it plugs in USB-C. You can even see like on the package and in all the trailers and stuff, it's connected to the top of the Switch like tablet itself.
Yeah.
The dock does not have a USB-C port, I don't believe. Meaning I have to unplug it and plug it in every time if I want to. I can't just like leave it connected to the dock, slide the Switch in, ready to go. I have to slide the Switch in, plug it into the Switch.
Why wouldn't they just put that as part of the dock? That's so weird. Yeah. Huh.
Well, because the dock also has two front-facing USB-A ports.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who needs two of those at this point? Make one of those a C.
Yeah.
Then you have everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to look around. Maybe in the dock. Maybe there's one in the back or something. I know there is one kind of on the inside for where the power adapter goes. But my quick look, that was the only one there is. So I can't use that one.
Right.
So I don't know. And then most importantly, obviously the Joy-Con wheels.
Yep. Of course.
So I can really feel like I'm driving a car.
Yep.
When I'm playing Mario Kart.
Yep. Most important for sure.
I don't think I've ever actually owned. No, you know what? Mario Kart Wii came bundled with one of these things.
Yeah.
I don't think I used it more than once ever. But I do have these, so.
There you go. Nice.
That's what Nintendo sent. And then I think in a few hours they're sending some like game codes. What I'm most interested in is Welcome Tour.
Yeah, of course.
Because I've played all the other games on a different platform and whatnot. What are your impressions on the launch lineup for the Switch 2? I have my thoughts, but I want to hear yours before I dive in.
The launch lineup being like what you can literally play tomorrow or in 2 hours or whatever when you pick one up. Pretty poor.
Yeah, whatever you consider the launch lineup.
Pretty poor, just because again, like you said, I have a lot of the stuff that I would play. Obviously Mario Kart is a big get for a lot of people. I think it's cool looking, but it's not a system seller for me. So again, pretty poor. The thing that I am looking forward to is the Donkey Kong game, which comes out in like 2 months at the end of July, right? Like
sometime in July. Yeah,
sometime in July. So a month and a half, maybe at worst or best or whatever.
Yeah.
So as of stuff like picking one up right now, that like Welcome Tour is probably the one thing that I would legitimately be like, hey, this is kind of a new cool little thing playing with all the gadgets of this thing. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, from early impressions, it sounds like it's like worthwhile. Like they put some cool stuff in there.
That's great. Good.
It's also like $10, so
yeah.
So my impression, like when I think of a launch lineup, I'm primarily looking at what is exclusive. What do I need this console for? What games do I need this console for to play?
Right.
So when I see stuff like Cyberpunk, Street Fighter 6, Split Fiction, I'm like not even counting those,
right?
Because they might as well not exist to me. Like
sure, yeah.
Like I've played those games on something else. on something better. I played a better version of those games.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So when you look at the launch lineup for the Switch 2, it is Mario Kart World and Welcome Tour.
Yeah.
This might be the worst launch lineup I've ever seen.
Okay, so I was wondering if we were in agreement then. Okay.
It's one in games.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Mario Kart World is going to outsell almost every other console's launch lineup combined.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Maybe with the exclusion of Wii Sports.
Sure.
But other than that, Mario Kart, like, it's going to outsell any other console's launch lineup combined. So, who cares what I think? But anyway, I do
Right.
think this is just an awful. You have 1.5 games. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree, obviously.
Yeah. With that said, though, I've been playing Mario Kart. I am enjoying it. I'm kind of especially equipped to enjoy it because I didn't play 8 Deluxe. Because I reviewed 8 on the Wii U.
Yep.
When that first launched. So it's been a long time since I played some Mario Kart. So this is exciting for me. I'm excited to be back into some Mario Kart.
Sure.
Hopefully one they will support and not just come out with another device and then make a Mario Kart World Deluxe and then only support that one.
Right.
That is kind of the way it goes with Nintendo, I guess.
Yeah.
And I might also dive back into Tears of the Kingdom now that it has the upgrade.
Yeah, just to test it out a little bit.
Well, I never finished it, so maybe this is a reason to go back to that. And if you have Switch Online, which actually Nintendo's supposed to be sending me a code in a couple hours for that, the upgrade is included in like the expansion pass, so that'll just basically be free for me. Otherwise, it would have been a $10 upgrade. I think what it was. I would also love to see a Bayonetta 3 upgrade. I haven't heard if that's getting one, or if it's getting even just like a system level one. But I've never actually loaded up my copy of Bayonetta 3. But I heard it was running pretty poorly. I've heard Echoes of Wisdom runs a lot better, so maybe I'll dive back into that. I didn't finish that one.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
we'll see. But right now, I've just been playing some Mario Kart. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, you and everybody else in the world soon. Pretty much all they're playing.
So much bigger. That's like my whole hand.
That's good.
It's gonna be great tomorrow when I fly down to Summer Game Fest. Like that plane ride, just gonna be gone, and then then I'll have a whole bunch of other games I need to be playing. So
yeah,
Switch 2.
Yep,
Switch 2. Yeah. All right. Well, so that's basically what I've been playing. Let's do some news then.
Let's do it.
Pretty much again, everyone's keeping their news quiet because Summer Game Fest is about to happen, but we did get the Sony State of Play today, so this is basically what PlayStation, their big summer announcement. Overall, what'd you think of the stream?
I was pretty positive on it. There were a few standouts, but overall, most of them were. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
I'll kick us we'll go back and forth on what stood out to us, and I'll just kick us off because this was actually kind of announced a few days earlier, or revealed a few days earlier, and then they actually showed it. But IO Interactive's 007 game got a title earlier this week, First Light, and we got a big long trailer today actually showing it off. It's a young James Bond. What did you think of it?
I was pretty meh, to be honest with you. I was saying something being James Bond doesn't immediately make me care about it. Like, I'd have to play it and just see how I feel about it. It looks like it might be a decent Hitman-esque game or whatever, a little more actiony. So it seems like it might be okay, but just because it's a James Bond thing, I don't necessarily, I'm not losing my shit over it yet. I need to play it.
Okay. Yeah, I actually only saw a little bit of this trailer. Was there gameplay in it?
A little bit. There's him sneaking up on someone somewhere and diving behind something and shooting in another part. So
okay, yeah, I'm trying to watch this trailer on IGN's website, but the video doesn't load. So thank you, IGN. Also, thanks to IGN for not putting these in the order they were shown. So that's also useful. Thank you.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I could see if I can quickly find something else if we need.
No, it's working now. I just refreshed it. Yeah, I'm not seeing much gameplay. Oh, there we go. A little bit, some shooting. Definitely seems more actiony than Hitman.
Yes, it does. Those Hitman
All
games
right,
are
what?
fun, so I'm sure this will
Yep,
be decent.
I hope so. I hope so. What else from the stream? What jumped out at you then?
Do we want to kind of try to stay in order, or do you want to, like, my showstopper?
I think we should just call out ones that are interesting to us.
Okay, the one that I was most excited for that I didn't know about was Marvel Token Fighting Souls. Holy shit, that thing
Okay,
looks
yeah, this is
awesome.
Arc System Works.
Arc System Works is doing a Marvel fighting game. Just, like, I know that their fighters are fun, and their style or whatever for the characters and what they showed is really cool. So I'm
Yeah, it looks
definitely looking
great.
forward. Yeah,
Love the art style, that's for
4v4.
sure.
That's a crazy, stupid amount of characters.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
I'm gonna call out, this is a short one, but the head of Astrobots developer, which I'm forgetting the name, came out and said, "Hey, we're doing 5 more levels this month."
Yeah,
Sounds good
that
to
was
me.
cool. Yep, that's exciting. Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement, Bloodstained 2. Like, I'm ready for another one of those. I liked Bloodstained, so that was exciting to see. That was cool.
Okay. Yep. This didn't really like interest me too much, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. PlayStation announcing their own fight stick.
Yeah, I need to see how much that thing's gonna cost. I'm a little worried.
Well, it's a PlayStation branded one, so more than
Exactly.
you want it to. Yeah.
Yeah, $200
Yep.
minimum, probably.
Minimum.
Yeah. I mean, Claire's not here, but I know Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, I'm sure, was very exciting for both of us. That was very cool looking. So
Okay. I'll do another shout out. Like, they didn't really show much more, but Baby Steps got another trailer and a release date of September 8th.
Yep.
I briefly played that at GDC. I can't wait. That game is extremely funny, so I'm really looking forward to playing that.
Did it have a release date before?
This video is called the official release date trailer, so I'm
So I guess
assuming
not.
this is where we got the release date.
Yeah. Neo 3 looks pretty sick.
Okay.
About time for another Neo.
Sea of Remnants looked kind of cool. I loved the art style.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure what the game is, but it's like an action adventure game, I guess, kind of.
It's hard to tell because there was one part in that trailer where a mermaid does an attack and there are hit indication numbers for 4 party members that are lined up.
Yes, I did see that. Like a ton of hit indication numbers. That's right.
So, like, is it like an RPG? Or there's also a part where that dude shoots or stabs another dude or whatever that looked more action-y. So I have no idea what this thing is at all.
Yeah, no idea. But I thought the art style was great.
Yeah. And following up with that, Sword of the Sea. That thing looks awesome.
From Giant Squid. Yeah.
Giant Squid.
So the Abzu people, the Pathless people. Yep. They make some good looking games. Okay, anything else really jump out at me? I mean, Grasshopper, they announced Romeo is a dead man, which
this was
it looks kind of cool. I have a feeling it's gonna look cooler than it's gonna play. That's my guess.
So somebody was telling me, like, this is the one that didn't Suda say, like, they're really focusing on making this play good. So maybe we'll see.
I think you might be remembering when I was playing Hotel Barcelona at GDC.
Oh, is that Swery?
That was Swery. That's Swery with Suda. And Swery said to me, "We're really focusing on making the gameplay good." So, I don't know if that's exactly remembering, but I did hear kind of those exact words, and I did say that on this show.
Yeah, maybe it is that then.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I'm down for a Grasshopper game. I love those things. They're fun.
Okay.
It was kind of interesting that Pragmata still exists after like 5 years of nothing, basically. So that's cool.
Yep. Final Fantasy Tactics is getting like a remaster, so to speak.
Yep, that's good.
Does it have both of the Tactics games or just one?
Both.
With both class. Oh no, both classic and
yeah.
enhanced versions.
Yes.
It just says classic game, so maybe it's just the first one.
I think it's the first two. The two on PlayStation.
There is. I think there is only two. There's Tactics and then War of the Lions.
I'm pretty sure it's both.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Digital Eclipse doing a Mortal Kombat thing was very exciting.
Sure.
I love Mortal Kombat, so I definitely want to play all those different versions again and watch videos and all that sort of thing on it. So
Watch the documentary basically.
yeah,
And then just some stuff that like I almost don't even need to see, but Ghost of Yotai is getting
yeah,
a state of play next month. They showed more Metal Gear Solid 3.
yep. And then like last but not least for me, Silent Hill F. Like I'm gonna buy that thing. I don't need to see more of it, but I'm happy I did. That looks great.
Okay, cool, cool. That
Yeah.
was the state of play from today. But I want to go through your list.
Okay.
So what is this exact again? Get us up to speed.
What is this list? This list is just
Yeah.
things that I'm wondering about, seeing if maybe they'll say anything about it. I was gonna put like, should I guess if there's gonna be a trailer, gameplay, or that's too in the weeds. So I just put titles.
Okay. And for those who don't know, there's kind of two main live streams this weekend. Friday has Summer Game Fest live stream,
Yeah,
and then Sunday has Xboxes, and then there'll be smaller ones like the Devolver one, the like Day of the Devs one. But in terms of like the heavy hitters, you're looking at Summer Game Fest and Xbox.
yeah. So, this list is really long, so I probably won't read all of them.
Okay.
Ones that I kind of circled that I'm hoping we get something on, and I'm pretty sure we will. I mean, Gears of War E-Day, I'm 100% sure we're seeing something on here.
I feel like Xbox kind of has to show some of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the rumor
I don't
mill
think
has
we've
been...
even seen gameplay. We just had like that reveal trailer.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
now would be a perfect time to like show us like a segment of a stage.
Yeah, exactly. The rumor mill's been kind of going crazy the last few weeks. The lead up to this, I follow a lot of like horror game people. Resident Evil 9 has been getting a lot of like they're gonna show something there, so I wrote that down.
Or yeah, I was seeing rumors of that too. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I put the words Silk Song on here because
I don't know why you would do that, but all right.
yeah, I'm still not convinced that thing exists, but it's apparently going into that museum, right? So maybe they'll show something.
The Australian one, I can't remember when that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So maybe they'll show something.
I will say, in regards to the Resident Evil one, like I'm looking at the appointments I have, and I'm pretty sure I can't talk about what I'm seeing, but I do have one Capcom appointment that is still just mystery game.
Even
So,
after
who
today's
knows?
thing. So maybe it's not Pragmata. Pragmata was shown today for Capcom.
I'm not going to tell you what I have stuff scheduled for, but
Yeah.
what I will tell you is I still have one that says mystery game.
Okay. Interesting. I'm almost 100% sure Perfect Dark's going to be there, the new one there. So I wrote that down.
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't know
if I
what.
could say I'm 100% sure. That game seems. I have no idea what state that game's in.
Yeah.
Similar to Fable, no idea.
If you want a shot in the dark that I really want, I wrote down Wolf Among Us 2 ?
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea where that game is either. Interesting. All right. If
So-
you had to guess, which stream do you think it would show up on?
Maybe like the PC gaming show or something. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What was the stream that it showed up on the first time? Because it's only shown up once, right?
Yeah, I actually don't know. I could see it maybe being on Game Pass and an Xbox tie-in somehow. Maybe in like a montage.
I don't think that's where it was, but maybe. I'm trying to think. Like, I want to say it was a Keeley show. One of the Keeley shows maybe it showed up on, but I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, it could be. I wrote down Ninja Gaiden 4. Just want to see more on that. And that's
Okay,
isn't
sure,
that coming
I can
out
see
in
that.
like 2 months or something?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's coming out pretty soon. I wrote Control 2. I'm hoping to see Control 2 stuff.
I would be surprised because FBC Firebreak comes out in like 9 days. No, sorry. 13 days. Comes out on the 17th. So I feel like they're kind of putting everything on, hey, buy this game. Don't worry about what's coming later. Please buy this game right now. Oh god, it's a multiplayer game and we're charging money for it. Please buy it.
Yeah, that's true.
In fact, I think they even showed it during State of Play. They like mentioned it because it's going to launch on PlayStation's collection thing.
Witcher 4. I want to see more Witcher 4 Ciri CD Projekt Red is a partner for the SGF, so I'm
I bet
thinking.
they don't show up because they just did like a Witcher thing at the Unreal showcase that was like yesterday or something.
Oh, did they? I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they showed a
Yeah, it
bunch
could
of
be.
Unreal Witcher 4 stuff.
Uh,
I mean, they could be like, "Hey, Cyberpunk's on the Switch too. Go get it."
sure. I wrote Silent Hill F, and that was a check mark today. Saw a little
Oh,
bit
I
more of
see.
that.
Okay. Okay.
007 was an easy layup, and that's a check mark.
Sure.
Then I split it up a little bit in between some other stuff here. I saw that Yacht Club Games is a partner for SGF, and it made me wonder, where's Mina the Hollower? Are they going to show that finally somewhere?
Okay. I've played that game at a PAX years ago, so
Yeah, like I would have thought it'd be done by now. So maybe?
okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. Maybe.
Uh the hope is, okay, no, this is probably going to happen. Final Fantasy 14 and expansion is probably going to get shown or
Sure.
whatever because that happens. The hope is Remake Part 3 gets teased. Something.
No way. Way too soon.
The hope. That's the hope.
Okay. If anything, I could see at best, and I don't even think that I feel like this would be more like a Game Awards thing, but like whatever the like expansion, like the Yuffie expansion for
Hmm.
2 is, if they're even gonna do one, which I thought that actually they said they weren't. They weren't gonna do anything. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I wrote down Borderlands 4 because that is 100% going to be there in some capacity.
Oh, sure. Yeah. In fact, Randy Pitchford might even just show up,
Ugh. Yeah.
start yelling about how if you want it, you gotta get pay $80. If you'll pay for it if you know whatever his thing last
Just
week
start
was.
asking him how much some games are worth that are on the show in points of meth. Start
Yeah,
making that conversion
that's
for
what
everything.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Man, what a weird dude.
I wrote down new Rayman thing because weren't they supposed to be doing something with Rayman at some point?
Well, maybe I will. It was. I had already known about this, but I guess it was reported that Ubisoft is not having their event this year. The Ubisoft
Right.
Forward, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Um, which I mean, that doesn't look great for them. I'm trying to think what they even kind of have on the horizon. They have obviously expansion stuff for Shadows. I'm assuming there's more Outlaw stuff coming.
Oh
I'm trying to
yeah.
think of what
Maybe.
new games do they have in the
Yeah.
future, and other than like vague Assassin's Creed codenamed games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure either. Um, I mean, there's a bunch of other smaller things here. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, I'd love them to actually like say something about Pal World. I'd be interested to go back to Pal World, big update or something.
Okay, I could see that like on the Xbox One. Yeah.
I kind of feel it's not going to happen, but like maybe you never know. That's probably about it. There's some smaller things here that like I wrote down Thick as Thieves, the War Inspector new game that he's doing because that seems like maybe about time that's worth showing to people. So that might be cool. Also, he's
I don't
kind of
remember this at all, but okay. All right.
yeah. Judas, want to see
Oh
more
yeah,
of
Judas.
Judas.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So just
Wherever that
little
game
things
is.
here and there. I put Fortnite update because it seems like
Of
they're
course.
gonna
Always.
do a
Yep.
Fortnite update of some sort.
Oh, they always will. Or they'll have a or maybe they're like helping sponsor it and they get to put a trailer for it being on Switch too.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, that's parts of my list anyway.
Oh, I think a lot of that is pretty solid. I'm definitely curious. And then there's stuff like we know for sure, like Outer Worlds 2 is getting its whole
Yeah, I didn't
a whole
choose any of
dedicated
those.
thing after Xbox. Um,
I try
I
not to
wonder if they
watch
talk
those because
about
I'm gonna play them. So like I don't need it
okay, okay.
myself.
I'm gonna like be there, so I'm gonna watch it anyways.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, very curious to see what they show for sure. They're not
yeah,
doing a big theater event this year, like they usually do, so that's a bit of a bummer.
yeah.
All right, well, there's your news. Let's do some questions.
Yeah, shorter show.
Top Time Perspective at gmail.com is the email address, at TDP Podcast on Blue Sky, the Discord channel, or Claire's P.O. Box. You could sound like Dead, who writes for Sean. Who would you let touch your leg tattoo to show where they're from / where they've been?
Who would you let?
I don't know. Anyone,
touch?
if they're not like a weirdo about it, and if their hands aren't sticky.
Yeah, if they're
It
asking
also
you, can
probably
I
kind of
touch your
depends
leg?
like where they're going to point, because like it gets kind of pretty like inner thigh.
A little close. Yeah.
So it's like, wait, are you about? If you're about to do Japan, like, nah, sorry. Like, you want to point somewhere in like South America? Yeah, sure. That's on the outside of my leg. Whatever.
Right. That's funny. Just as a heads up for Jacko304, you said don't read your question unless all three of us are here. That's why I didn't even bother pulling it. So we'll pull it for when all three of us are here. So next up is from Suku, who writes, what would win in a fight? One of every Pokemon or 1 trillion lions? What's the most powerful Pokemon, and how many lions could it take on by itself?
That's the thing, is I think like some of these Pokemon can bend space and time.
Oh, so Pokemon then.
Guess so, but also a trillion lions is like so many lions that I wonder, even if you somehow like if you like fold reality in on itself, will there just be so many that you're like not noticing that they'll get through?
Sure. I mean, maybe. Yeah, could be. Because, like, the ones that could bend space and time are probably weak physically, right? So, like, if one got through, it would probably just chomp down on it and kill it.
I don't even think that's the case, because I think some of the like I'm thinking of like some of like the box art ones from the later generations that are like, this is the Pokemon that created reality, and it's like this big hulking beast thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's the thing. Like, I also like when it comes to like, I think of like someone versus like a whole bunch of rats. It's like, no matter how well equipped the person is, if there's enough rats, the rats will win.
Yeah, of course.
So that's also kind of what I'm thinking about here. Like, because like a trillion is such a like incomprehensible number.
It is. Yeah. Man. You almost have to say 1 trillion lions, right? Because of the fact that, like, well, are there Pokemon that can actually just, like, snap things out of reality with a thought? Because if so, then they win. That wins. It just has
I would
to
assume
think.
so. I just don't know how much they can do. Like, can they just do like a small thing in front of them? Can they do one
Oh,
thing? But keep in mind,
yeah.
there's also like 1,000 Pokemon, and it's like
Yeah.
some of these Pokemon are not going to be able to do much. Like Rattata, not going
Yeah.
to be able to do much. But
They're
other
done.
ones are going to be able to take out like 100 in one go. And it's still a trillion lions.
Yeah. Well, that's it, right? Like, even if you're taking out 100, 200 in one go, that's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
Like they say in the chat, RCS is literally just God. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So, who would win in a fight between 1 trillion lions and God? That's
I don't know. Can you kill a god through just like sheer like overwhelming them?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing, is like, if it can bleed, you can kill it. And that's the thing, is I don't know if some of these Pokemon could bleed exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just because of the magic bullshit, it's probably Pokemon.
I guess in the games, you can you can attack the Pokemon. You can make them faint. So there is chances to like knock them out. And I feel like with that case, the Trillion Lions would win just through like sheer exhaustion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I can agree with that.
Okay. Rasterman writes, how much time would you need to be in a time capsule in order to complete your gaming backlog? Consider only the beatable games you currently own and haven't beaten. Okay, so you stop buying games until you finished everything. How much time do you need?
Oh my god. I honestly don't know.
trying to think, like, let's do this like in a healthy way. Let's say like 8 hours a day. It kind of becomes like your new 9 to 5. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like playing the games to completion, to like until you beat them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You think you could do it in a year, or do you think you
No,
need more time?
more time. I don't
More
think I could
time?
do a year.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff in my backlog that I would love to play are like 50 to 100 plus hour RPGs. And
Okay, but I mean, even 8 hours a day, you're still only looking at maybe like a couple weeks, and it's done.
yeah,
Okay, 5 years, you think you could do it?
in 5 years, I think probably. That
I
seems
think five
doable.
years, I would probably be able to do it. I'm sure I have less than you to have to go through. Um, but I just don't know exactly how many years. But I would be surprised if I needed the full 5 years. But I bet 5 years, being generous, I could do it.
Also, I guess we're talking if you just beat, which means see credits, you could like something like Nier Automata, you could literally just say that you beat it if you're not enjoying it when the first thing happens. So some of them might be easier than others or whatever.
Of course, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say 5 years. Seems
All right,
solid.
there you go.
Phantom Aegis writes, ahoy TDP crew, what's more harder for y'all to do? Learning a new skill or unlearning something you were taught? I mean, I think learning a new skill at my age, so that's probably harder. I've probably forgotten a lot of things I've been taught, to be frank, naturally.
Yeah, yeah, maybe the. Well, I don't know, because I feel like unlearning almost means you're at the same time learning like the right way to do it or something.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of doing both.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is so dependent on what the skill is. And also,
for
do you
sure.
think your answer changes if you were younger?
Yeah, probably.
'Cause I almost think it's harder to unlearn something like now.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna go new skill, I think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go new
I
skill.
think it's new skill for me.
And VGC Kenya writes, if you were an NPC in a video game that taught the player character one move, what move would it be? I don't know. What? Does it have to be
Taught
something like I can do, or do I just like get to pick what I want to teach them?
You were an NPC in a video game that taught a player one character one move.
I'm gonna pick like just a move that I want to teach them, not that something like I could do, but I think it'd be fun to be the one that teaches how to like ground pound, because it's usually just like pretty silly.
Okay, sure. Sure. I don't know, like if that's the case, fireball or something, it'd be cool to do a fireball.
Okay, sure. Oh, good answer in the chat. Self destruct.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's
I
really
mean, if we're
good.
just picking like which NPC do you want to be, it'd be pretty funny to be that dude in like Borderlands 1 where he just shouts at you, "Shoot me in the face," and that's the whole quest is you just shoot that guy.
Yeah. I'd probably just be some dude at like a like a supermarket or something that you run into outside or something,
Sure. Yeah.
doing a normal thing.
All right, that's going to do it for questions this week. Again, if you want to send in questions for next week, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Blue Sky, the Discord channel, or Claire's P.O. Box. That does it. This is a short episode, but we got one in before Summer Game Fest. Obviously, next week will be a big, long
Gonna
one
be
as we go through
ridiculous. Yeah.
we go through all the live streams. We go through everything that I've gotten hands-on time with while I'm down there. So there's a lot to go through. Obviously, we'll be talking more Switch. Maybe you'll even be talking about the Switch. Who knows?
I doubt it, but maybe. You never know. You never
Yeah.
know.
Maybe this weekend you'll just walk into a store and there's just one on the shelf and you just scoop it up.
If there was one on the shelf, I would. Like, why not? It's there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What if the one on the shelf it was a non Mario Kart version? Would you still do it or would you wait?
You know, that's actually a good question. I'd probably just do it.
And
Because
then pay the extra like 30 American bucks?
no, I
for a
probably
copy
just
of
wouldn't
Mario
buy
Kart?
Mario Kart then. I would just have it ready for Donkey Kong.
Wow. Okay. So you're gonna
Yeah.
just buy the Switch and then not play, and then only play Welcome Tour. This is my Welcome Tour machine.
Oh,
This
dude,
is the
I would.
thing that lets me play Welcome
I would
Tour.
totally play Welcome Tour. Yeah, that seems okay. That seems okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I don't think it's bad. It's just, yeah, that's all you can do. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.